Warning. The Loud Spot podcast uses adult humor and adult language in its broadcast. It may be unsuitable for younger audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Also, we are idiots. Please don't take anything we say offensive or to heart.
Oh, no! Oh, boy! Ah, here it comes! The motherfucking Loud Spot!
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Loud Spot. I'm your host, Sebastian, hanging out with my co-host, Kyler K. My producer, Sam, is with us today. And then we got Tommy from a band called Grieve that is out of the Central Florida area. What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing great, man.
You know, I got to commend you because I swear to God, I come back from the store, I had to run to Walmart, and then, boom, you're already on screen. Sam's there. I'm like, well, shit. Nobody's ever that early, so thank you, though. I'd rather them be early than way late, so much
I got no credit. I was earlier than you.
No. Kyler was there. Kyler was there, too. Yes, you and everyone was there. In fact, I was the late one today.
Yeah, but you said you were going to be late.
I did. I told you I was going to be late. Yeah, I did.
You had important shit to take care of, man. Like
spiders.
Spiders.
Spiders. I missed that memo.
No, yeah, there was a big old brown recluse over, and I had to go buy a big old thing of bug spray and kill it. So in Florida, man, we're gonna talk about the band Grieve, but I want to know something. Are the bugs really bad? And like, I imagine them like being super huge.
So it's not necessarily size, but quantity. Like they're everywhere. I don't know if you ever heard of love bug season.
No.
You know what a love bug is?
Season? No, I don't.
Okay, so love bugs are a useless insect. They're not pollinators. They don't do anything productive. All they do is screw and die, and they do it really, really well. So at any given point during love bug season, which is just generally summer, so like 9 months out of the year,
Florida, yeah,
you drive down the interstate and your car is toast. Like you got just bugs on everything you own, and they find their way into every building and they're not, dangerous, I guess, but they're just very, very annoying.
Are they the bugs that
what do they look like?
Like they hump each other while they fly and stuff?
Yeah, they hang on, their tails hang on like that.
I've seen those before.
Yeah.
Are those like dragonflies?
No,
they
beetles,
just
right?
They just look like little skinny flies with like long asses. There was a rumor going around for a while actually that USF like created them in a lab and that they were like a lab experiment gone wrong or something.
Dude, you know what? I think I've heard that rumor before. But it might have been about birds. Like all birds are fake. No, I really feel like I've heard the love bug rumor about the conspiracy of them. Because when you said love bug, I was thinking, have I heard of them? And then when you started talking about it, I was thinking, yeah, I think I have heard of those before. They're not only in Florida though. They can't.
I don't think so, but they are in season in Florida for sure. Like it's nasty stuff. And then of course we have mosquitoes. So, like there's a whole like local government office for like the city that is like the Department of Mosquito Control. Like
we have that here too.
And like, oh my gosh, I couldn't imagine a stressful job.
You got in Florida, you got swamps and you got the ocean, right?
Yep.
So you got like a mix of all kinds of fucked up things going on in Florida. So I can only imagine the bugs. You guys got crocodiles and alligators. And then you guys got like some weird people that like do all kinds of weird things that are always making the news.
Yeah, like bath salts.
Yeah, like bath salts. Dude, I swear to God, every time I hear something crazy, I'm like, Florida. Had to have been Florida. Had to have been.
Yep. And you can determine like what area somebody's from depending on the story. Like, right. You ever been to Daytona?
Right.
No.
Yes.
No. So Daytona is like if you condense all of that Florida man energy and then just like merge it with tourists, that's Daytona, right?
Okay.
Right.
Jacksonville, a little bit further north, that's just Florida man, right? If it's on the beach, It's Miami, Florida, man. And if it involves opioids, it's Central Florida.
What do you guys? You know what? Though? I will say I do love Florida. I love Florida as a state. I would move to Florida. I do like Florida. I may talk shit, but I think it's right up my alley, dude. I'm kind of a little bit crazy too. I think I fit right in. My grandmother's from Florida. That's probably why.
Well, I don't like Florida. Florida's one storm away from being flooded.
It's true, man. It is. And like people will like wait out a hurricane like, oh yeah, it's probably not going to be that bad. It's only a Cat 3. like we don't put pants on unless they say Cat 4.
Dude, in Oklahoma, it's crazy because there's tornadoes and stuff out in Oklahoma. And really, you'll see people outside drinking beer, watching it. Unless you're just moved to Oklahoma, then you're like, just a siren goes off and you're like running in your shelter. But in reality, the siren's just kind of a warning. But people stand up, and probably that's how people die, though, too. But anyways. All right, the band Grieve has a song called Sick Together, which you're going to play later on the podcast. But let's go ahead and talk about the band. You guys started kind of a fairly newer group, right? Maybe like 2020, 3 years old, maybe?
So Grieve has actually been a band for quite a bit longer. I want to say they started out like initially in 2017.
Okay.
And so the lineup we have now kind of came after a pretty long hiatus. I want to say 2020 was when Evan joined the band, our other guitar player. And it was just him and Scott for a minute. And then Michelle joined and I joined back in 2021. And then like we didn't start putting music out until, beginning of 2022 or end of 2021, beginning of 2022.
You know what's crazy? And I guess I'm at fault for doing this also. You'll see a band has its first album out in a certain year. And then for some reason, I don't know why, I don't think they've probably been a band to make the songs before they came out with the album, which makes sense that you guys were a band a little bit longer. But normally you see the first album, you go, oh, that band's been around since that long. But yeah, 2017, and then I guess when you and some other people joined, the band kind of became more serious, or was there just like a lineup change?
So yeah, there was some discrepancies with the lineup early on. Just people butting heads, people not really getting along super great. And I joined the band by accident, dude. I had just come off of like the end of a 5-year-long relationship. Like it was
time to join a band, though,
right? Yeah. So I had been in a band previously that was on COVID hiatus, which basically was just like our way of not disbanding the group chat. Right. But so I had come off of this, this huge breakup, and Evan was like streaming video games on Twitch, and I was in his Twitch chat. I was like, hey, dude, let's start a band together. And he just says, join Grieve. And then Scott's in chat. And he's like, join Grieve. And then a couple other people who are not in Grieve were like, yeah, dude, join Grieve. So I messaged Scott. And I was like, are you for real? Because, like, send me some shit. I'll learn it. Like, see what happens. And that was just kind of it, which I felt a little bit bad for because, like, everybody else who joined but me had to audition. And, like, but all the people who were in Grieve were friends of mine who had seen me play in other bands before. So it was like, but yeah, it was a total accident. Like they didn't reach out to me for it. I didn't reach out to them for it. It just kind of happened fairly organically.
That was my question I was going to ask was, did you know the band prior to joining? And I guess, yeah, you did.
Oh yeah.
So they knew all your guitars. So what bands were you in before? Were you ever in anyone kind of big that tour, play music videos?
So the reason I knew Evan is because my old band Delineate, all of our music videos that we shot, Evan shot.
Oh,
all the videos you see of Grieve are videos Evan shot, our other guitar player.
It's always good to have someone who makes music videos in your band.
Oh yeah, he's an animal, dude. He does all of our music videos. He produced all of the releases we've done so far and everything that's coming up for the next EP. Like, he's a machine, man. On top of like living the LA videographer, life, like where he's out there on set filming short films and shit.
Oh, so you guys are not all in Florida.
No, so he's the only one. He was in Florida initially and moved out to LA back September of last year.
Does that make band practice kind of difficult? I mean, I know like a bunch of super big bands, they all, they got the technology and they can just kind of do whatever and live wherever. Professional, they could just, but being you guys been around for just a few years, I would say total, is it hard to, like, do you guys even practice in person or is everything done digitally?
Everything's tracked. Everything's tracked, Sebastian.
Yeah, it's all back
everywhere.
No, I mean
the times, old man.
That's bullshit, man.
Get with the times, old man.
So I mean, we run rehearsals. We run rehearsals like a week or two before we have a show. But I mean, this is honestly the first time that I've been in a band where like everybody's tight enough that everybody knows the music. We don't have to have practice to make sure everybody knows the music. Like, and that's a big deal. Like, so we can get together and say, okay, let's run the set twice. And then that's all we need to make sure that there's, that the set's running smoothly, that the tracks that we do have are, adequate for what we need. And just to kind of shake the rust off after we haven't played in a little bit and we're good to go. Evan doesn't play with us on every show. He'd be spending a lot of money on plane tickets, but whenever we have, bigger shows where we're opening for bigger bands or, we have some travel plans potentially in the works that I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about yet. But
every band, I don't know if we're allowed to talk about it.
You can talk about it. It's okay.
Yeah, come on,
go ahead. We're okay with that.
You might get kicked out of the band tomorrow is all I'm saying.
But yeah, so he flies out.
He gets all serious.
Flies
like,
out.
I don't know.
He flies out for that. He flies out when we shoot music videos and stuff. And a lot of the time he kind of like combos that with shooting a video for another band in Florida or when he has other work that he can kind of put all together. That's when we kind of get most of all of our like in-person stuff done with the whole band.
Yeah, I forget. I am old now. Thanks, Kyler, for reminding me. And I don't.
You just showed your age so much.
No band has regular band practice anymore. I think it takes away though from the camaraderie of the band and because you have band practice talk shit to each other, and then now everything's just kind of sent by tracks, and it's just not as fun. But I'm old. Okay, I get it. I'm old now, so I'm thinking 1999 still when I was playing it.
Well, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. We talk plenty of shit.
Good.
Yeah.
Well,
so like
we'll
do like a meeting in Discord to kind of go through, especially when we're working on writing music or when we're working on planning out what our next merch drop is going to be or whatever is coming up next. We'll hop in a Discord call all together and kind of Evan will stream Reaper or he uses Cubase like a big nerd. But he'll stream that and we'll all kind of like have that input, in real time rather than him just like sending a track and saying, okay, we'll change this.
The reason why I laughed is because you said Cubase like I knew what it was.
I nodded my head like I did. I'm like, yeah.
Cubase is a program.
Yeah, that's what we use.
I got you, Tommy. I got you.
What is Cubase? Explain, Sam, what Cubase is, since you know
Cubase
also.
is a recording software that also can be used to write and track everything.
How come we don't use Cubase?
Because it doesn't need to be for this show.
Well, I'm all about the bass, no trouble.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
That was good.
Dad joke for days.
Dad joke, and I'm not even in Florida.
Just remember, everyone, they don't need to practice because it doesn't matter. They're all using Behringer X32s, and no matter what chord they play, it sounds like the EP. So,
what's a Behringer 32? Is that a guitar?
Thank you. I don't get it.
Go ahead.
We're going to take a commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to listen to the new song "Sick Together" by Grieve, and then we have a subject I do want to talk about. And we'll be right back after this. All right, and we are back with Tommy from the band Grieve out of Central Florida. Their new song is called Sick Together. Before we play the song, Tommy, would you like to give us a little insight on what the song is about before we play it for the audience?
So this song is kind of it kind of tackles the sort of collective mental health issues that are involved in, you know, interacting with one another. So like the idea behind Sick Together is that as a whole, as the human race, there's something deeply wrong, and it's just kind of acknowledging that and kind of putting that kind of in your face.
I like the name of the song too. It's like Sick Together. It's kind of like a stick together, but sick together are all the same thing. So that's cool, man. I like it. Okay, let's play the song Sick Together right now. When we come back, we're talking about hot dogs. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
That song was sick, dude. You know what? The breakdown, we were talking about breakdowns before the show started, and the breakdown in that song, and another, I fucking love the female
I loved
vocalist
her.
screaming. Also, is she playing the bass or was that a guitar? That was a bass, right?
Bassist. Yep.
She was badass.
The scream she's doing with your singers, like that's you don't hear that all really ever. That part's original as fuck, dude. I love that. That sounds dope, dude.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you should see Kyler in the background, like. Because she's not a metal person. I think she gets scared and has nightmares whenever we hear music like
No,
that.
the blood. It was only during the blood scenes. I was like, because I hate the blood.
Complicated. Well, I think I don't play the guitar, but it seemed like it was complicated. Lots of different breakdowns and change ups with the music. Very cool sounding, man. I'm not just trying to suck your dick either. I really mean it's fucking cool.
Dude,
You're really fanboy. Are you okay? Calm down.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That song was hard as fuck to learn how to play.
Yeah, I bet it
hurt. That shit hurt. I was weird. Here's a fun Grieve fact. So the day of that music video shoot, I sliced the ever-loving fuck out of my thumb with a box cutter, like almost down to the bone. It was rough. My girlfriend, the girl who did the autopsy in the video, had to come to my job and bring me a bottle of super glue so I could glue my thumb back together.
Yep.
And in the video, I'm wearing basically I just cut the finger off of a nitrile glove and covered my thumb with it so I wouldn't bleed all over the place while we were playing. It didn't work. It didn't help.
I don't think some people realize super glue was originally made for cuts.
Oh yeah, that's all they would have done if I had gone to the hospital. Because you couldn't put stitches in that spot. They literally would have just glued it together and stuck a Band-Aid on it.
Hold on, Sam. Did you see that? I can't hear you, Sam. Oh, you're muted here. Let me unmute you. You gotta unmute yourself.
Yeah. Wait,
did you see what Kyla just did? Like a magic trick?
That's what I'm saying. It was a magic trick. She just disappeared and then back on.
I've been working on new things for the show. Are you guys excited?
I think she glitched and went to go do something, and then her computer just came back on right then.
No, everything went black, and I was like, "Oh my god, what happened? Did I not pay my internet? What's going on?" Like, no, I really did. But I went to go look to see, and we're all good. Okay, I'm back.
Okay, yeah, we're good.
Yeah, that was it was weird. All of a sudden, she was gone, and then she was coming back into frame.
I'm curious how
I don't know if you noticed that or not, but I didn't mean to interrupt. I was just like, what the hell just happened?
No, you're good.
Okay, what the hell just happened?
Got to keep it interesting, y'all.
Yeah, okay. So we were talking. So super glue was made originally for cuts and things like that. I think I don't know if it was military that did that or what, but now it's made to glue stuff together. But I think it still says on the back of super glue that you can use it for cuts or something.
I know that the particular bottle that that my girlfriend bought me says to don't do that. But fuck that. Like I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna go to the hospital for a cut on my thumb. Like
yeah.
Don't forget
but it was a rough
tampons
shoot.
were also made for
what?
bullet holes.
For bullet holes.
They were?
World War I.
I've heard that too. Yeah.
Wait, they really were?
Yeah, they really were. And
I don't think he's lying or joking.
No, I'm not lying. Tampons were made to plug up the bullet hole to stop the bleeding. And then when the soldiers came back, women started to notice this. And then they just said, maybe I should try it in other places. And it worked. And it took off.
Wow.
You learn something new every day.
Things are invented and used for something completely different. I think it happens more than we know about. I think
rubber is another good example. Rubber too. Rubber as well. So
Viagra.
Well, I'm pretty sure.
What was it? What was
Viagra was a blood pressure medication when it was first invented.
I was gonna guess probably blood pressure medication.
Yeah.
A lot of people that suffer from was it impotency or whatever the fucking word is. I think they have a lot of them have high blood pressure and like heart problems and stuff like that. So that makes sense. Anyways, enough about that. Okay. All right, let's go on to hot dogs. Let's go on to hot dogs because there was apparently on your singer Scott's Facebook page, he had mentioned that hot dog is not a sandwich nor a taco, which I never would think it was a taco anyways, but maybe a cannoli, which does make sense. But I've had this discussion before on a different video we had. Are hot dogs a sandwich? And I would say
No.
No, but also does that mean a hamburger is a hamburger sandwich? And I would also say
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But
A hot dog is a sandwich, dog. A hot
you
dog
think
is a sandwich.
it is?
What makes you say it's not?
It's like a taco.
What makes you say it's not?
Well, because now you're really kicked out of the band, I think. I don't think it's a sandwich because, in my opinion, even though a hamburger could be considered a sandwich, you don't really put ketchup on sandwiches, right? Like you don't put ketchup on sandwiches. It's meat with bread, but it's not like
you put ketchup on a hamburger.
Yeah, but also I don't think a hamburger is a sandwich because they have those patty melts, which is also more of a sandwich. I don't think a hamburger is a sandwich either.
Hamburger is.
Nope.
Hamburger is totally a sandwich.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Sam, go ahead.
My 2 cents are, in order for it to qualify as a sandwich, it has to use sliced loafed bread in order to, and meat in between.
No, because I use
okay.
like a Dutch crunch.
So is a Philly cheesesteak a sandwich?
Yes.
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 Okay, Philly cheesesteak is one slice of bread.
It's a lot of times on
middle.
hamburger buns, actually, or hot dog buns.
You're right. Fuck, it's a fucking French roll. God damn it.
Definition
You're
of a
wrong.
sandwich.
Sam's wrong.
Definition of a sandwich says hot dog's a sandwich, dog.
What is the definition of a
So
sandwich?
Scott, if you're listening, it is not a cannoli, sir. It is now a sandwich.
Okay.
What's a cannoli?
Well, a cannoli is like it's like a sandwich. No, I'm just kidding. Well, okay. Hold on. Here's the definition of a sandwich:
It's a dessert.
an item of food consisting of 2 pieces of bread with meat, cheese, or other filling between them, eaten as a light meal, such as a ham sandwich. So, yeah, by definition, a hot dog is a sandwich. You can't argue with science.
Weird.
Now,
Well,
now I pulled this up. Before we started.
Okay.
Oh.
Because I knew we were going to get to this point. Merriam-Webster, as of 3 days ago.
Oh, new.
2 or more slices of bread or a split roll having a filling in between.
Oh.
Sliced bread.
yes, that's what I said.
So a hot dog bun is not sliced bread.
How the fuck you think they get the hot dog in there, Mo?
Well, there's a slice in it.
That made
So they have to originally slice it before we buy it.
But a sliced bread.
They don't bake it like
bread
that.
that's sliced like a loaf of bread. Like, what's the definition of
what is a hot dog bun but a tiny loaf of bread, man?
Right?
True, but it's not sliced. There's a slice in it.
So
If there's a slice in it,
okay,
somebody
so we
had to
can all
slice
agree
it.
that it's not whatever it is. It's not a cannoli. We can agree.
Yeah, no, I don't know where that came from, but
I don't know
where
exactly
that's
sure
where
what
he came up with
is. I think
cannoli.
it's like an Italian, like.
Yeah, it's like a cream-filled like pastry.
So how is
Oh,
that
that's
a
a
hot
cannoli.
dog?
That's definitely not a hot dog. It's
No,
definitely not a hot
no.
dog. Well, if you are watching this and would like to give your 2 cents on whether a hot dog is a sandwich or not, regardless of Webster's dictionary 3 days ago,
Look, you're mad. You're mad. Look at it. Good job. Good job. He said, and 3 days ago.
Hard
3 days
logic,
ago,
man.
bitch.
I mean, I said you can't argue with
Good
science.
job.
Science changes. You know what I'm saying?
Not as of 3 days ago.
As of 3 days ago, science changed to say hot dogs are a sandwich. That's
on Tommy's computer. So
yeah. I'll send you the link.
I still don't think a hot dog. I still don't think a hot dog bun is sliced bread. I think it's bread with a slice in it. That's 2 totally different things. Yes,
Well,
I think it is 2 totally.
We don't have to go back into it, but so is a hoagie roll. Is bread with a slice in it.
Ooh, touche.
Okay, so what's a bagel with cream cheese on it?
The bagel is a bagel.
It doesn't have any cream cheese.
Is that not a sandwich?
It's not a sandwich. Where's the? No.
Why
It's a bagel.
not?
No,
It's
I
a
mean
bagel.
according to this definition, a bagel with cream cheese on it is a sandwich.
Oh, because it has
No.
a filling. It has a filling.
It's a cannoli.
Sliced bread or a split roll having filling in between.
oh shit, no, don't say
Or
that.
it said or. I didn't hear the or. Okay.
Now, I'm far more uncomfortable with the idea of a bagel being considered a sandwich than I am with a hot dog being considered a
I
sandwich.
think I am too. I think I'm more comfortable with a hot dog being a sandwich than a bagel being a sandwich. I agree with
I
that.
don't like a hot dog being a sandwich. It's
Well,
not.
Dude, fucking, we didn't write the rules.
Embrace change, Kyler.
I'm calling
Yeah,
Webster.
who's old now? Who?
Yeah.
How does that make me old?
Embrace change. Come on.
Okay.
Hey, Tommy,
World is
where can
changing.
people find your guys' stuff at?
Yeah,
Merchandise
go to
and stuff like that.
So we obviously are on YouTube. We're on Spotify, Google Play, pretty much anywhere you can stream music. You can find us, as well as on Instagram, Facebook. We have Twitter, I think, and TikTok, of course, the hallmark of our generation.
That's right.
And you
We're
guys
on
planning
TikTok too.
you guys planning on doing any tours anytime soon?
Like I said, I don't know if I'm really super allowed to talk about it.
Oh, that's right. That's
But
right.
we do have a couple shows coming up in July, on July 8th and the 21st, I believe. The 8th in Tampa at Crowbar, and then the 21st at the Conduit is what it's called.
So that
Orlando.
means that you guys are having a tour, because it's like, dude, did you guys smash? I'm not allowed to talk about it, bro. That means that you did. That means you did.
So here's the deal. Here's the deal. We don't have the dates ironed out yet. We don't have the lineup ironed out yet 100%. So it is in flux. It is potential. I am probably going to get in trouble for saying anything about it.
To be determined. To be determined. You didn't really say anything, but when you say you can't say something,
it's just going to make more people follow you now, because they're going to be intrigued. We want to see you.
Yeah.
So when is it going to happen?
Well, we can't talk about I can't talk about that. But there is something in the works, probably. Man, I'm excited that I'm happy you're on the show and shared your music with us. I think the music video is great. The song sounds good, man. Best of luck to you guys in the future. If you guys do tour, hopefully come through Oklahoma City. If that's a possibility, I would easily go check you guys out live. So
thank you very much. Thanks for having me, man.
absolutely. Hey, stay right there till after the outro song plays. That's all the time we got. We do want to thank the Pantheon Podcast Network. We want to thank our sponsors, and of course, Kyler K, producer Sam. Thanks for joining me on the show this evening. That's all the time we got. Peace out, rock on, and much love.
This is the Loud Spot outro by Nothing Short of Tragic. Is this all talk with no action? No. Is this my thoughts with distraction? No. Is this what I bought that's in fashion? Or is this the Loud Spot with Sebastian? Yes. Does Nothing Short of Tragic have his back again? Yes. Does everything that's good really have to end? Yes. Our pimp host has to pimp show, so to get more episodes, make an order, this is over.